There are three ways of making patterns, three basic ways. The first is working off blocks, or templates if you like, which look like these. So these blocks have been made to specific measurements, and they can be used again and again. The second way is that you go straight onto the mannequin and work with fabric and drape on the mannequin. And the third way is you might take an existing pattern and modify it the way that you want to. Now for the demonstrations, I will always be working from a block pattern. Now blocks, these are blocks that I've made, and I've made them to specifically fit the mannequins that we use here in the fashion studio at the university. You can make your own blocks to your own measurements, in other words, your own template, which you can then adapt. Most good pattern cutting books will have the specific instructions of how to make a block. It means you take so many measurements around your body and you apply them working squarely, vertically and horizontally to get the right shapes. So you can make up your own block, or you can use one that you know somebody else may have and it's a good fit. Now blocks or templates don't have any seams, and so there's no seams around here. This is the finish line. So if I wanted to make that into a pattern, I'd have to add seam allowance. And the seam allowance would possibly depend upon the type of fabric that I was going to use, the thickness of it, or perhaps it would depend on what the function of the seam was, or whereabouts the seam fell, whether it's on a curve, or whether it's down a straight line. So seam allowances are something that I always put on at the end when I've done all my manoeuvring and my manipulation, and I'm happy with the finished shape, I'm happy with the fit, and then I will put on seam allowances. This will all become much clearer as we go along and you work your way through the